Welcome back everyone. Yes, there's some bug spare over there. You just never know when a spider's going to jump on you. We're going to do a speed test between the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 11 currently in 2020 to see how both of they compare basically in the speed compartment now and the speed department I meant. Now I think I did one of these a while back. I don't really remember honestly because it's just been so long. And honestly I wasn't even going to make this video today because the iPhone SE was supposed to come out, but that didn't come out, so I will tell you some quick specs of both these phones. The iPhone 11 has that Apple A13 chip with 4 gigs of RAM. The iPhone 8 Plus has that Apple A11 chip with 3 gigs of RAM. So there's really a little bit of difference between, the specs between both of them. There's about, 2 generations between them with the iPhone XS and the iPhone 11 obviously. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see how they hold up right now in 2020 in terms of speed. Alright, that was a much longer needed intro than I really wanted to do. Now I have basically almost all the same apps on both these phones. I will have to hop out a couple of these apps. Now we think we're both on the same route. So they're both on the latest iOS as far as I know. So let's go ahead and start loading up some of these system apps, and I'll go ahead and do, the speed app opening tests and all that stuff, as well as RAM tests, so to see which one is the better performance when it comes down to the RAM. So let's go and start loading these ones up. Let's do the camera, 3, 2, 1. And about the same on both, not a big difference there. Let's do photos, 3, 2, 1. And I honestly don't really know which one was the faster one. I wasn't really looking. We can see on the scrolling speeds too, they're about the same, give or take. Calendar, 3, 2, 1. And again, they seem to be about the same there. Mail, 3, 2, 1. And it was kind of weird because they're both logged into the different things, so I guess we'll just let that one slide. Maps, 3, 2, 1. I think the iPhone 11 was just a little bit ahead of the iPhone 8 Plus. Clock, 3, 2, 1. And they were both about the same there too. Weather, 3, 2, 1. And about the same. This one for some reason is having network issues for now, so I would say they're about the same there too. Notes, 3, 2, 1. And again, I think it was about the same. They both kind of loaded into it. This one took a while to load into this panel though, but we're going to hop out of that one. Stocks, 3, 2, 1. And again, kind of a little bit different. I think the iPhone 11 definitely won there though. Reminders, 3, 2, 1. Again, this one was kind of logged into there. Now that's a little bit even. Let's do the App Store, 3, 2, 1. Now this one for some reason is having trouble connecting to the network, so I'm not really too sure how we're going to determine the scrolling speed test, but I guess we'll just go ahead and say that the iPhone 11 is probably the better one when it comes down to the scrolling test. Let's go and load into settings. And I love just seeing the scrolling aspects of these, because obviously, you're not going to see that big of a difference, but sometimes there can be. General, okay, things are about the same to be honest. Call, 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same there too. Music, 3, 2, 1. Cool, and they look about the same to be both, if I'm being honest. Actually, scrolling up into the music I think was a little bit faster on the iPhone 11. So that pretty much covers it up for these system apps. I downloaded a bunch of these third-party apps, so we're going to go ahead and test some of these. Let's do Facebook, 3, 2, 1. And again, iPhone 11 was the faster one there. SoundCloud, 3, 2, 1. And definitely the iPhone 11 was the faster one. I think we all were able to see that. Definitely the iPhone 11 was faster. iPhone 8 Plus was a little bit behind though. Twitter, 3, 2, 1. And again, it's looking like the iPhone 11 was definitely the faster one between both of these. Hopping out of these, let's do Snapchat, 3, 2, 1. And this one looked pretty fast on the iPhone 8 Plus. The iPhone 11 actually was already logged in. I didn't even see that. So I guess you'll be able to tell on the camera which one was faster there, but to me it looked like the 8 Plus was faster, but that probably is not the truth. Instagram, 3, 2, 1. Now I am logged into here, so there was a little bit of difference, not a crazy amount, but kind of keep that in mind. And there's just so much nasty stuff going on that Instagram. Netflix, 3, 2, 1. And you can see iPhone 11 definitely faster. iPhone 8 Plus taking its time to load up. Maybe it has something to do with that network issue that we were having earlier. Bofa, 3, 2, 1. And iPhone 11 loaded in. iPhone 8 Plus eventually gets into it there. Hopping out of here. Let's do Temple Run, 3, 2, 1. And you can see we're in a game on the iPhone 11, but we were also in a game on the iPhone 8 Plus. And that wasn't a crazy big deal, but we saw how much faster the iPhone 11 was over the iPhone 8 Plus. Now if we get into the main menu real quick, Let's get into a game and see which one is the faster one here. And again, you might not be able to tell that big of a difference because it's a pretty basic game. There's really not too much craziness going on here, but that was still a pretty big deal in my opinion about how much faster the iPhone 11 was over the iPhone 8 Plus for sure. Quizlet, 3, 2, 1. And actually the iPhone 8 Plus was just a little bit faster there. That's kind of funny. Dropbox, 3, 2, 1. Again, iPhone 11 faster, iPhone 8 Plus a little bit behind there. Snake versus blocks. 3, 2, 1. And you can see iPhone 11 faster, iPhone 8 Plus a little bit behind. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's a difference. And there's really not going to be a difference, as you guys will be able to tell. But still a pretty interesting thing for sure. I'm actually really surprised about the gameplay on both. I mean, it's not even an intensive game. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Paper Route 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can see iPhone 11 again is the faster one. Getting into some gameplay here. Let's see if there's any differences or anything. And like I've said before, I don't think there will be. They both look about the same. That really pretty much covers it up there. Fruit Ninja, 3, 2, 1. And you can see iPhone 11 loaded into it way faster. Animations on the iPhone 8 Plus were a little bit different because it's probably on an older version. Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully it is downloaded on here, because if it's not, then we're going to run into another issue probably. Now, like I said, they might be on 2 different versions of the game, but it still shouldn't make that much of a difference. And I will say this, on the iPhone 8 Plus, I was already preloaded into the game, so I was already, played a couple levels here and there. The iPhone 11 was not, so that one was kind of a tough test one. I'll rate that inconclusive for now. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And we can see the iPhone 11 is definitely ahead of the iPhone 8 Plus. And actually, I just realized with the 8 Plus, we're not even going to be downloaded because it's not even connected to the network. So that is an issue right there. That one is inconclusive. Asphalt 9, 3, 2, 1. Now, I think this one needed an update as well. So I'll get up until the update panel and then I'll switch out. And as you can see, we're in the update panel. So I just want to load it up in the background. Doodle Jump, 3, 2, 1. You can see kind of already loaded on both of them. Stacks, 3, 2, 1. And we'll end it off with this one. We might play a couple rounds here and there. And again, iPhone 11 was able to get into it faster than the iPhone 8 Plus for sure. Getting into some of the level, let's see if there's a difference. And you guys will be able to tell there's really not going to be that big of a difference. So now that we have all those apps stacked in the background, no pun intended, let's go and go back to the earlier ones and see how well the RAM management is on both of these. Now, like I've seen before, the iPhone 11, it does okay for the RAM management, but I was surprised that it didn't do as crazy against the, iPhone SE from yesterday. Like, they both were restarting for the most part. And as you can see, the iPhone 8 Plus was able to keep that in the background, I think, where the iPhone 11 restarted. Let's keep going. Let's do something like, we can do Snake versus Blocks. Okay, they both kept those in the background. That's really good. Let's keep it going. We can go to like Twitter, for example. And again, iPhone 11 restarted where the iPhone 8 Plus was able to keep it there. This really doesn't make any sense to me. It's like the weirdest thing ever. These things never make any sense to me, which is so funny. We go do reminders, or we can do notes or something. It doesn't really matter. They're all the same. Notes. Again, iPhone 11 restarted where the iPhone 8 Plus did not restart. It's a very weird thing. I don't understand this. Fruit Ninja. Okay, this one kind of glitched up a little bit, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And I literally hate it so much when this happens. We can do Doodle Jump. Okay, that was very weird. I don't really understand what happened there. And we could keep it going. We can just do like SoundCloud, for example. This has me really intrigued why the iPhone 8 Plus is winning where the iPhone 11 keeps restarting. Like, it doesn't really make any sense to me. Usually it doesn't really do that, but that's a really weird issue. I don't know why that keeps happening. Why is the iPhone 8 Plus doing so much better in the RAM management test with the iPhone 11? And I remember this was a case that happened a while ago too, where some people were saying that the RAM management on the iPhones weren't doing so well. And I can kind of see that again and again and again, dude. It's very weird how that keeps happening. It's not an end all be all. It's not a crazy thing, but it's generally really, really weird that keeps happening. And it's like continuously happening to all these apps. Now, if I go to the clock, and you can see again, iPhone 11 restarted where the iPhone 8 Plus was able to keep that in the background. So I think it's very weird. I'm not really too sure what to make of it. But what I can tell you is that in terms of the overall performance and everything, the iPhone 11 was probably the faster one. Was able to load up into the apps faster more times than not. But it was still very weird that the iPhone 8 Plus was kind of, better in the RAM management side. And Even though this one has an additional gigabyte of RAM, that still doesn't really make too much sense to me why this one was performing better in the RAM management test. So the second test I've done of these two, and I think I've seen the same results from the last one too. I don't really remember that well, but now that I think about it, I think RAM management was even better on the iPhone 8 Plus at that time too. So very weird. I'm not really too sure why that's happening, but that's pretty much where we're at in 2020. So if anything happens, if I do another test and something crazy happens, I'll let you guys know, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.